All right, today we're gonna be funnel hacking my digital marketing mentor, Sabri Suby. I think a lot of people that have been following this channel or my story or whatever it might be knows that I purchased Quantum Growth from Sabri, King Kong. And today we're literally gonna be funnel hacking the Sell Like Crazy funnel because why not? I think the first time I came across this book was like in November or December 2019. And fast forward to today, it's like 4 years down the road. And a lot of it has changed. I don't think this was the headline that he used at the start. So we're going to be running through the whole funnel and breaking down what are some of the principles that he has used to basically, number one, increase AOV, number two, increase LTV, and number three, increase landing page conversion rates. Okay. Now, so let's begin. So the first thing at the top, you can see it says exclusive offer for, and then the flag, right? You literally customize it to, depending on where the IP address that you are kind of browsing from, he would show the country's flag, which is, I would say, is pretty epic because it just goes to show that he's customizing and crafting the message specifically for the audience, right? And then it says number one Amazon bestseller. So the first liner is apparently a social proof in itself, right? And then if you guys haven't been noticing, like there's this proof pop up that keeps on showing up, like that is also again a form of a social proof to increase the urgency that is required, for you to take action, right? Because it shows that somebody has bought it, somebody has bought it, somebody has bought it. It's like, oh shit, like will I be able to get my hands on one, right? Because later on you will see like it says that hurry stock as of this book as of December 21st is low, right? It's like if people keep buying it and then the stock is low, like even though it's fixed scarcity, like that definitely does work because he's been running the same thing for like 4 years in terms of this little GIF right here. Okay, so let's look at the sub headline and the headline. So it says advertising madman's confessional bombshell, which, in my opinion, like for the Singapore market or some Southeast Asian markets, like that might be a little bit too, I would say, too bombastic of some words because typically that's not the words that we use to speak to one another in Singapore. So I would say that the languaging could definitely be customized further for very specific markets, like for instance, I don't know, Malaysia, for example, or like maybe even um, Thailand, for example. So it really depends, but that's my opinion. Like I know that some people in Singapore would still argue otherwise to say that somebody that's educated enough to understand all these terms would be the ideal target market, and I get it, right? But my opinion is that I'll use something that's probably like simpler, that is more easily understood by people that live in Singapore. Okay, so let's look at it. But nonetheless, it's still good. Now let's look at the headline. Okay, there's a quotation mark there at the start, which is very common for direct response copywriters to use, right? While details emerge about weird $7.8 billion client getting unicorn funnel in controversial new Amazon best-selling book. I think that it's definitely something that creates a lot of curiosity, and it also does match very well to the framework that Sabri talks about, which is the New Weave framework, NUEEPH, right? New, unique, exciting. I forgot what the second E was. And then P is profitable, predictable, and H is huge. Huge, sorry. I can't seem to recall what the second E was, but I think it's something to do with exciting. Yeah, so it's either uh, exciting and then I can't recall the other one. Okay, never mind. So that's something that I feel that does tick all the boxes, obviously, because he's the one that came up with the formula, and that's something that creates so much curiosity that you would want to read the next line. Right? It's almost like it's a slippery slope that's designed for you to read the next line. Okay, it says another subheadline: founder of Australia's fastest growing digital agency agrees to give away 10,000 copies. Again, 4 years ago he says it's 10,000. Today it's still 10,000, which means that there's only one reason why he's doing this: it's working. Right? Like even though it's fixed scarcity, it's working. Of his number one best-selling book, just to prove his secret selling system works. Okay. Now, some people might argue like, is this like unethical? Is this ethical or not to say to give fixed custody? Well, I think that realistically, even in the warehouse, right, he probably only has like 10,000 copies, right? So whether this is fake or real, like I think it's probably true. Okay, so VSL, I'm not gonna watch it, but basically I'm gonna summarize what the VSL is about. He is making it like a very comedic skit of what it feels like to run a marketing campaign, and then he goes into the pains and fears of running a marketing campaign as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, and then how annoying it is that the ROAS doesn't like get to the stage that you want to get to. And then obviously at the end there's a call to action, which the framework is really like there's a hook at the start, which is an interesting hook, and then the story of like how he managed to build his agency, and then the offer being buy the book. The call to action button says rush me a free copy, which I think is great, because it does reiterate the fact that it's a free copy of his book. Okay, we're not gonna click the button right now. We're gonna go a little bit further into the page to find out what he does as well. So one thing I also noticed is that he did a logo at the top of the page, which is I guess something that Sabri does teach in a course as well. Like you should put a logo to make it look a little bit more legit. But I guess he has his own reasons for not including it here. Maybe because it's a book funnel and it's not for his agency. So I'm not sure, but I would think that's the reason why. Okay, and then after that we have the GIF. Obviously, you can this in a new tab. It's a .gif file, and this .gif file I think is something that again, right, just goes to show that it's probably like in a way fixed scarcity. It's not gonna update by itself unless you go and update it. Okay, then all the social proofs of like where he's featured on. Personally, for myself, I would put something like as seen on or like as featured on before going to the logos. But again, like it's almost assumed that he's trying to say that he's on all these platforms, and that's why there isn't a need to put like a sub headline here to say that it's as featured on. Which I get it, right? Like it's something that depending on what you want to do. But for myself personally, I would put as featured on. There is a share and then there's a follow social icon here to show that there's literally 1.3 million people following his page and 296,000 shares, which again adds to the social proof of this whole page, which I think is great. Then there's a couple of testimonials here from some of the top influencers in the business community, like Founder Magazine, Dan Locke, Greta Van Riel, Mike Dillard, and Craig Ballantyne. I think that again he's just trying to stack the social proof after making the wild claims, right? Because again, like people are skeptical these days, and adding all these social proofs does add to the fact that he's something that is an authority. He's somewhat of an authoritative figure. One thing I would update is definitely put the fact that he's on Shark Tank, because recently Sabri did a show. I mean, Sabri got on Shark Tank, and I thought that like adding Shark Tank here would be a lot more like authoritative, I guess, and then maybe like some screenshots of the Shark Tank stuff. But I guess he's probably working on it right now because again the show, and he's probably rewriting the copy to end Shark Tank. I'm not sure. I would email the case. And then there's a 5 stars here that says 4.9, 4,421 reviews. I'm not sure if this dynamically updates by itself. I don't think so. I think it's hard coded in that sense, as you can see over here. But again, I can't be sure. It could be a JavaScript that's underlying behind. Okay, and then let's look at the headline. It says possibly the most controversial marketing and sales book for the general public ever written, which again creates a lot of curiosity and a lot of intrigue. Notice that he doesn't use something very like plain. Like for instance, you should get this book, right? Look no further. This is the book you have been looking for, right? He doesn't do that. He likes to create a lot of curiosity for you to read the next line, right? Because when you read something that says possibly the most controversial marketing and sales book for the general public ever written, one question that you would definitely have is why? Why is it controversial? Right, and that's something that I think like Sabri is a master at in terms of getting your attention and also being able to push you down that slippery slope to read the next line. And then again, I think this is one of like Sabri's I would say formula, which is he comes up with the sub headline here, and then he places in like a very nicely polished 3D mock-up of what describes the headline, right? And you can see this one has some photos of the book, the mock-up of the book, plus a couple of diagrams by the side to show you what the frameworks are. All right, he's not showing you a whole block of text. He's showing you frameworks. He's showing you diagrams. He's showing you tables whereby it's easily absorbed by the human brain to understand that, oh, this is what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get an automated selling machine. Oh, I'm gonna get what is a killer opt-in page. Oh, I'm gonna understand what traffic, what are there. Oh, I'm gonna understand what are the types of prospects there are. All right. So I think the visual side of it is adding a lot to making it more well written. And then it says from the desk of Sabri Suby, South Yarra, Melbourne. So again, he's being very specific with all these things, right? Like he's trying to show that he's operating out of a legit environment, a legit office or whatever it might be. Like it's South Yarra, it's Melbourne, right? It's not like some like nameless, faceless place, right? Literally showing the transparency of where it is, crisp and sunny. And then obviously December 21st is today's date, and that's why he has indicated it there. Now it says, dear business builder, if you want to create a torrential downpour of buyers that flood your business, okay, this whole portion again, he bold it, right? And then he uses a blend of bold plus highlighting to make you read the specific parts. Because the chances of somebody that's going to read a whole wall of text is going to be a lot lower than somebody that just reads the highlighted portion, right? And this is something that Sauri would argue against, which is to say that the people that will actually read your copy are the buyers, which again is completely true, right? He's not wrong to say that, yeah, only the buyers will actually read all the copy, and the reason why they read that all the copy is because it accurately articulates the feelings and the hopes and dreams and the pains and fears and the barriers and uncertainties of the buyer, which is exactly what is happening here, right? Like he doesn't go straight into, you should buy my book. Look no further. This is the best book, right? He's trying to say that if you want to do this, if you want to create a torrential downpour of buyers and literally demand that you sell them your products and services, then this will be the most important book you ever read. So there's a lot of elements here that is very heavily molded after some of the best copywriters like Gary Halbert. And I think that's like heavily inspired by all the top copywriters that has passed, like Gary Halbert and whatnot. So it says, here's why, okay, and then it goes into the story, right? It doesn't go into, here's what you'll get in the book. No, no, no. It's like, comes from an angle of the story first, right? Which is what happened to him, right? Which is very similar to what I would say the feel felt found approach, which is I understand how you feel, right? This part is like understand how you feel, okay, uh, and then I used to like I right, and then later on he goes into here's what I found, right? Here's what I found to have worked, right? So I'm not gonna read the whole copy, but basically that's the approach, right? Feel here's I understand how you feel. Here's I used to felt I felt the same way, and here's what I found to have worked for me, right? And then he goes into like, okay, this is 2014, and then in 2018 he scaled the company to become like the fastest growing company in like 4 years. And then again, even more social proof, right? Breaking news, like he taught the newspaper to show newspaper article to show that this is his company. And then again, it's all about the social proof to generate over $7.8 billion. Like the specificity is like very, very clear. It's not like making you more money, I'm getting you more clients. It's $7.8 billion in reported client revenue for me and my clients, right? And then again, more social proof to describe in very clear detail who has he worked with in the past. Okay, I'm gonna skip past that as well. Okay, and again, the call to action button is the same. Rush me a free copy again. And then it says 4,421 customer reviews. Again, there is a page here that says write a review, which directs you to that review page to leave any reviews that you have to show that all the reviews are completely legit, right? It's not like fake reviews or anything like that, which again adds to the social proof of it. Okay, and then let's look at the headline again. It says more than $7.8 billion in sales in 1,067 different niches out of thin air. Okay, with quotation marks once again. And then again, it's the photo of like what to see. the photo of like what the headline is about, and then it's more description of what you will get, and then who is it for, right? Because he wants to disqualify anyone that's not a good fit, and then he's basically saying if you answered yes, then you should try this out, and then again social proof again. Okay, and then see why thousands of people are raving about this book. Okay, and then there's this very nice graphically designed mock-up of the people that are holding his book, which makes it even more genuine. And then he transitions into like the DMs of people and even the emails of people, right? Which I believe one of them would be myself somewhere down the line. And and again, it's like stacking social proof on top of the description of what worked and what didn't work, right? It's all about the feel felt found approach, just that it's in the top. Like the feel felt found approach was the overarching thing that he's doing, right? Or some of you might call it like hook story offer, right? The hook at the top, this is the whole story, and then the offer at the bottom, right? And then there's this like nice little animation or GIF. Not sure is that a GIF or some JavaScript. I think it's a JavaScript of the stuff to expect. Why this is the only book of its kind, and why it will transform your entire business and your life, like yes, mine. And then again, stacking all the social proof of his media publications and where he has been featured on. Right, college dropout turned billionaire marketer Sabri Suby of King Kong reviews how the company positions itself so it has a wait list of new clients. Okay, and then the story again. I think it's reiterating the story, and then he clicks place next to Richard Branson and Robbins for the Founder magazine. Right, again, it's to connect with like-minded people that actually not really to connect, but it's to show that he is of a certain authority, like on the same standing as Richard Branson and Tony Robbins or Gary Vee and Ariana Huffington, and then that's pretty much that. Okay, so I'm not gonna like go through it because I think that would be very time consuming. But I think that by and large, it's mostly just stacking social proof alongside open loops of what you will be getting with the book. Open loops meaning to say that he tells you what you can expect, but he doesn't tell you what is actually in the book. Right? That's what I mean by open loops. Okay, let's go down to the bottom to see what else is at the bottom. The bottom actually is very interesting. It says like, thanks for taking the time to read this page, and then it says PS. Okay, you made it to the PS section. Okay, and then double PS, triple PS, right, and then finally the FAQ, right. So I think the reason why he's doing this is because like there will definitely be some people that don't want to read the whole wall of text because like people's attention span is really short these days, but they might scroll to the bottom to see what this whole thing is about, and that's where they will find it, right. And I'm sure this is working quite well because he probably like installed some heat map software or Hotjar or whatever Crazy Egg or whatever it might be. If we look at the Wapalizer, we will be able to see that he does probably have something along the lines of that to track how people are behaving on the page, which is in this case he's using VWO, which is Visual Web Optimizer. And Visual Web Optimizer would be something that he's able to capture what are the actions that people take on a page, and that's something that he's measuring as well, right? Because it's basically a screen recording of what people are doing on a page with Visual Web Optimizer. Okay, and then let's look at. I'm actually gonna buy the book because I really want to just go through the whole sales process to see what's working, what's not. Okay, so it says we're still shipping books during COVID-19. I think that this is probably a little bit outdated because COVID-19 is no longer something that's very hyped up at the moment. But I guess it's a very small thing, it's not a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna enter in all my details. I'm gonna click claim special offer. Okay, and then it says checking if free book offer is still available in Singapore. Congratulations, discount has been applied. Again, I think checking for available stock in Singapore. Limited stock is available, reserving it for you. Stock available. I believe that this is just an animation in itself and it's probably fixed scarcity, but it's probably working. Right? That's why he's continuing like that's why he has continued to do that. And if you look at the top, right, as you can see, if I just hover out of the the window, there's an exit intent. There's an exit pop-up that says, due to the strictly limited nature of this offer, you must confirm that you are permanently passing on your chance to get sell like crazy for free. Okay. Okay, claim this limited offer now. So everything is engineered and everything is wired for me to want to take action, right? And then even if let's say you're uncomfortable placing your order and revealing your credit card details on the page, it allows you to place an order by phone and even by email as well, right? For the people that are skeptical, okay, that they don't want to leave their credit card details on the website. So he's really catering to the mass markets here. Okay, and then you can see physical book only times one, it's $0, right? Whereas if I want to get the audiobook and the ebook and 7 reports, it's 37 bucks, right? So that's how he increases the average order value and the lifetime value of the customer, right? So obviously, I'm just gonna be getting the physical book. I don't actually want the audiobook for now. Um, and then there's a nice mock-up of what I'm getting right beside the checkout details, which is great, so that I can visualize what I'm gonna get. And then he goes into the description. Here's what you're getting: physical copy of the book, ultimate swipe file of battle-tested tactics, okay, and free bonus. 1 hour and 9 minute free customer acquisition video training, which is something that he's just repurposing, right? Which doesn't cost him anything. Most popular option, okay, it tells you, yes, upgrade my order with the audiobook, ebook plus 7 exclusive reports, $410 value, okay, audiobook, ebook, okay, and then the reports. By the way, all these reports are free on his website, but he's obviously just stacking the value, and then it says shipping is $3. I think it is probably because like the shipping itself is something that it is. I would say he's actually losing money from the shipping. Like I don't think the shipping is as cheap as $3 US. I think it's probably more than that, but I might be wrong. But it doesn't matter because like later on in the funnel, you'll see how he implements and makes all that money back. Okay, so I'm obviously gonna place the order right now. I will see what happens next. Gonna enter in my address. Okay, gonna enter in everything. Okay, okay, and then it says again, right below the credit card details, it says, I'm so confident this book will have a profound impact on your business that it comes with a 30-day unconditional money back guarantee. If for any reason you're not 100% satisfied with your purchase, just send us an email and we'll issue you a full refund directly back to your credit card. 30-day money back guarantee, right? And then again, stacking the social proof right below the money back guarantee. Okay, and then if you look under here, it says normal price $0. Your price today is $0. I think this is a mistake. This is a glitch. I don't think this here should be $0. It should be like $19.95 because that's what he's selling it on Amazon for. And then it says your price today is $0. Okay, so again, probably a glitch. Then shipping is $2.99, and then I can check out and I can click to continue. And then notice when I hover over the button, right, it says you'll have access to everything you need to sell like crazy, which is the book name, okay, and backed by a 30-day money back guarantee. So again, like a lot of people at this stage, right, okay, when they see the price, okay, even though at the start it was promised that it would be free, but later on, they see that I actually have to pay something, which is for the shipping cost, right? They might bounce. But when they hover over the button, they might see, oh, okay, it's backed by a 30-day money back guarantee. So like if I don't like it, I can get my money back anyways, even if it's $3, right? And that's something that I think is genius. And then more social proof tell you that they secure their payments with 256 whatever. Okay, and then again, it's social proof on the page. Okay, I'm gonna place the order right now and see and show you what happens next because I kind of know what's gonna happen. Okay, it's taking a while to load, but that's fine because it's probably processing my credit card details. All right, so now we are on to the next page, which says, wait, your order is not yet complete. And then there's a nice little progress bar that says almost complete. And then he reiterates it again, wait, your order is not yet complete. Please watch this important message below now. Okay, so let's very quickly watch it. Okay, just the first couple of seconds. So at this stage, right, I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but I know what the offer is. It's basically he's pitching you sales funnel bundle templates of all the click funnels, all the landing page templates that he'll be using alongside the templatized copy of what to write on the page. Okay. Now, if you guys want to speed up this, because this is by Wistia, right? And you can see that it's slow. Not slow, sorry. It doesn't have the play bar, and you're not able to skip to the end if, let's say, you want to watch the whole video again. Excuse me. Usually, what I do is I'll install this extension. It's called Wistia Video Downloader, I believe. And then with Wistia Video Downloader, what you can do is you can activate this Wistia Video Downloader, and then you can actually download the video. Right. So let me see if I can go ahead and do that. I might just. I'm not sure if I can open a new tab or not. I hope it doesn't bounce me out. Let's try and reload it. It doesn't bounce me out. So you can see once you have this Chrome extension, you can click on it. It downloads the video to your computer. Okay, it's actually being downloaded to my computer already. And I can go ahead and open it up right now to show you. It's still in the midst of being downloading. And one thing is, like, you could see there is no call to action button, like, at this stage until I finish watching the video, which is something that I think is quite interesting, because it's basically forcing you to consume the video. You just did it. Yes, sir. You just made the smartest decision of your life by pulling the trigger and picking up your copy of Sell Like Crazy. Okay. This is going to be a Okay, so you can see it's like a 26 minutes video sales letter to describe what you are going to get, to pitch you the whole landing page template, which is about $197. All right. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because it's too long, but you can go and watch it if you want using the method that I just described. And then that's it. That's what he does. Okay. We're probably going to like skip past this part of the video because like there's no way I can proceed now until I reach the end, which is, I would say, somewhat annoying. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So I have finished watching the 26 minutes video. Oh my god, that took so long. And then it says, yes, add this to my order for just $197. And it says, no thanks. I don't want this once in a lifetime ridiculous offer. Take me to my order. Now, keep in mind that this is what we call a one-click upsell, and also known as a one-time offer one. Right? It's the first one-time offer that it's making on this landing page. And again, I don't have much comments on this except that I like these two lines. I think it really helps, forces people to consume the video. And the fact that he only displays the button at the very end of the video. So like, this is probably a JavaScript, as you can see, this is a JavaScript linked to the video. So I'm not sure whether you can connect Wistia to force that to pop up only after a certain period of time, or you could actually use a time delay JavaScript to delay the button to show up after like 25 minutes. I believe it's the latter. And then again, it's the social proof to remind you that he is shown in all these, he is on featured on all these platforms. Again, I think it's a similar thing, which is I would definitely put in the Shark Tank logo. And then this is just a description of what you'll be getting on the whole upsell. Obviously, I'm not going to get it because I already have it. I bought the quantum growth course. It comes with it. So I'm going to put no thanks. I don't want this once in a lifetime ridiculous offer. Okay, and then this is where it gets funny. Wait, due to the fact that your order is shipping out now, you must confirm that you are permanently passing on your chance to get the sales funnel bundle. It's like, if you decline, he is gonna ask you whether you really want to decline, and then he comes up to you and say that this is the only time you're gonna see this, so make sure that you don't want to decline it, right? And then you can see the difference between the call to action button being brightly lit, whereas the declining one is like a small little text, small underlined one. And some of you might find that this is sketchy, this is scammy, this is like borderline snake oil, right? But like realistically, this is what works, right? This is what allows the conversion rate to be increased because people are more likely to take action when you ask them to than you don't actually ask them to, and you don't engineer the whole situation in their favor to want to take action. I'm obviously going to just click I decline. Okay, what happens next is that we will be okay. It looks like I got to click one more time again, which is at the bottom of the page. Okay, so you can see this is the other part where which says, all right, here's what I can offer you today only. So it's like there's a double decline. You have to decline the offer two times, right? Which I guess it might be a little bit too much to me, but I guess like it's working, right? That's why he's continuing to run it. Okay, and then we are met with the second one-time offer, right? Or otherwise known as the OTO2, one-time offer 2. It says, wait, your order is not yet complete. Important, please watch this short video before completing your order. Watch this short exclusive bonus video below. And then again, it's the Wistia video again. I believe I have downloaded this video before. But anyways, I'm just going to download it again. I'm not going to play the video. Maybe I'll just play the first 10 seconds for you, okay, just to show you. Okay, so basically he goes on to sell his persuasion mastery course. It's a $497 course. It teaches you how to sell, right? And basically in this whole video, it's like what he does is he's going to educate you that you're going to be able to generate a lot of leads, but you won't be able to close those leads without the salesmanship that comes into it, right? So it's kind of like what he does is he is teaching you how to fish, and then he sells you the fishing rod, right? It's like the part where you're fishing is generating leads, teaching you how to fish, and then now he's telling you, well, you can fish, but without the fishing rod, you can't fish, right? The fishing rod is you need to be able to close those sales in order to to get the sales, right? That's what he's trying to do. And then again, it's the social proof portion. I would put like ads featured on, and then Shark Tank as well. No thanks, I don't want this incredible offer, just take me to my order. That's probably what I would click for this in this case. And then it's the copy again, the amazing secret to consistently closing $2,000 to $250,000 sales over the phone without hype, pressure, or pushy sales tactic, right? And then you could see that the copy is engineered towards service-based businesses because this course is for lead generation businesses, not so much for any e-commerce businesses. And then if you go down the whole thing, it's kind of a reiteration of what he has on the official page. On the original book page. And then it's even trying to make it comical as well, with a little bit of humor. And then this is a short 6 minutes video of what you can see in the course, which is like, this is the actual course video as well. So he's like pulling back the curtain to show you what's actually found in the course. And if you found value in this video, you'll probably buy, right? It's like instead of him telling you how good he is, he's showing you how good it is. And that's something that I think is fantastic. It's genius. Okay, and then the copy goes on and on and on to show you what you will be getting as well, which is all these different modules that are found in the course. And then he's trying to position it as the total value is $20,996. But for today, you only pay $497, right? And then there's more copy, which is this one, $497. Okay. And then there is a money back guarantee, totally outrageous, you can't possibly lose guarantee. Test drive, full 30 days, risk free. If you don't love it, you get 100% of your money back. I'll even eat the credit card processing fees. So again, it's about creating an irresistible offer that somebody can't refuse, right? That's what he teaches in the book. Like he's making all these guarantees and all these claims so that it would be impossible for you to pass out on this offer because it's free. It's basically pass you you give him the money, right? But if you don't see value, you can take all your money back and essentially making it free, right? So there will be some like trolls that will ask for the money back, even though they had like they ran through the course, got value, all right? But he understands the fact that look, 90% of the population typically won't do that if they have like half a brain and half a heart. But like only 5 to 10% of the population would probably want to screw around with him, like maybe his competitors or something. But he clearly understands that it's about making an offer so irresistible that nobody can refuse, right? That only a lunatic can refuse, or even a lunatic can't refuse, right? That's what he teaches in the book. And then there's this part which says my insane 12 months 100,000 profit guarantee, right? It even tells you that if you don't make an extra 100K in the next 12 months, I'll personally write you a check for 10K, right? Which is like a little bit insane. But I think that there's some fine print here. Like he probably wants to make sure that you have an existing business, it's generating at least 6 figures for like the past 2 years or something. I'm not sure, but you probably got to read the fine print. And then the copy goes on and on. Let me see if there's anything in the fine print that tells us about what the guarantee is about. Let's search the caret icon. Okay, so it says guarantee terms and conditions. Let's open it up. So if you read this portion that says the insane 12 months 100% profit, in order to be eligible, you must implement the training and be able to show the following, right? You must be a legal owner of a business entity, you were at least 18 years of age, you own a business that generates revenue through lead gen, your business has an average LTV of 5K, right? So like there's all these things that you have to fulfill, obviously. And yeah, it's not as simple as like I want my money back and then you write me a check of 10K, right? Obviously that would be ridiculous. Okay, so let's go back. I'm gonna decline the offer because I have the course already. I already paid money for it, so it doesn't make sense for me to buy it again. No thanks. And then there will be this little pop-up, or it will probably push us to the next um downsell, I guess. There we go, course downsell. Okay, it says okay, so the downsell is to split the payments up, right? Because $497 might be a lot of money for some people, and that's why he's splitting up into three payments, right, of $169. Okay, so this is another video, right? It's one specific video that's customized specifically to tell you that this time round you can actually split your payments by $169 times three, which is again it's engineered to force you to want to take up the offer. But again, because I already have this, so there's no need for me. I think it's a repeat of the copy, so I'm just gonna click no. So you can see even when you reject his offer, right, there's a proper sales process to push you through the funnel to ensure that you would say no, right, or yes or no, right? And everything is really engineered and designed to get you to take action. Okay, now I've finally reached the end of. Oh, okay. Looks like there's an error here. It's supposed to push me to the strategy session page, I think, but there seems to be some redirecting error. So if anyone on if Sabri yourself you're watching this, you probably got to fix this. And there seems to be some issues. Not sure why. It's probably because of the UTM parameters. Like it's missing a question mark. I would imagine it's missing a question mark. Let me try. Question mark. Yep, there we go. It's the question mark that's missing. So again, thank me later, Sabri. Okay, so it says hold up there, Tiger. All right, let's try this again. That whatever. That's the exit intent pop up. Okay, and then it's redirecting me to the strategy session call, right? And it says by claiming your free 30-minute strategy session call, you experience faster and bigger results. So the last portion, right? I believe I might be wrong on this, is to qualify whether you are a better fit for the quantum growth course or for his agency service. And he's pushing it to his sales team to go and qualify which one makes more sense. And you could see this is a form that you got to answer is probably like 12 questions of. I'm not going to answer all the questions, but what happens after this page, okay, is you will be taken to like what I call a free a pre-framing video, whereby he's gonna discuss to you like, okay, what can you expect in the course if you select the course from this, if you select the course option from this form, and then if you select the agency option from this form, you will see a different video, okay, which I'm not gonna run through. But the whole point that I'm trying to make is that he again forces you to consume the video before actually hopping on the call with someone on his team. All right, and that allows his sales team to have a easier time to be able to convert you and be able to sell you either the agency service or the course, because you have already been pre-framed by the videos that he'll be displaying. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up in terms of the whole sell like crazy funnel from Sabri. And again, Sabri, if you're watching this, like, again, I don't ask for anything. Just letting you know that you got to fix the question mark in the UTM parameters that you have here. And yeah, hopefully you guys have some takeaways from this video. You can actually share what you have learned from this video down in the comments below. I read every one of those comments, and I'll be happy to make more videos like this one if it helps you guys get a better idea of how to produce paid traffic funnels, how to produce landing pages, how to write copies, and whatever it might be. So see you in the next one.